In this video, I'm going to share the top 5 business banking options available so that you can choose one that's right for your business. I have tried a lot of different bank accounts and I've tried every single one on this list. I'm always looking for the best business bank option that has the most features and the best customer service, so I will share what I consider to be the top 5 picks. This list does not include the biggest banks like Chase and Bank of America because I feel like they're lacking some of the key features that small businesses need, but I will share the other options that are much better. So if you are looking for a business bank account, whether it's your first one or a backup to your main account, this list will help you out. These are the top picks. Let's get into it. Number 1 is Relay. Relay is the option that I use, and I love that they are specifically built for small businesses that want to utilize the multiple account option. This is so helpful if you are wanting to stay organized and have everything really seamlessly laid out in your banking platform. Relay gives you multiple accounts inside of your main account. So you can have up to 20 checking accounts and 2 savings accounts for your business. And this allows you just to really easily lay out things like profit, taxes, savings, and operating expenses. So each one has its own account. They also have automation where you can automate transfers based on certain numbers and percentages at a certain time of the month, which is really great because it takes away all of the manual labor that you might have been doing with another bank. Other great features of Relay are no fees and no minimum balances. They do have a paid plan option that I personally don't use, but it allows you to have a couple extra features if you need that. There are plans for having access to bigger team features, which as a solopreneur, I don't need, but it's awesome to know that I can move up to that. Then there are also the options to have debit cards for each checking account. If you do have a team, there is team access within Relay, so you can give permissions to each team member to only access what you want them to access. So you can also have debit cards for each team member and for each account. So there's lots of options for team members to have access, but only have access to what they need to use. So if you have a marketing employee, you can only give them access to the marketing account. That works really well. Relay also has integrations with popular software like QuickBooks and Xero, so you can have your tax information really seamlessly go to those. And they do have savings accounts that have rates between 1 to 3% currently. So that's nice that your savings can earn money at Relay. That's actually one of the reasons why I personally switched over, because I wanted something that had multiple accounts and my savings was able to earn a little bit of money while it was sitting there waiting to be paid for taxes and bonuses. Relay is also Profit First approved. They have the methodology built into their platform, so they have worked with the Profit First team to set that up. They also have a lot of training and information about how to implement the Profit First system inside your Relay account. I love that since I'm also a Profit First person, so it's worked really well. I think Relay is the best option for anyone that wants a lot of clarity into their financials and have the ability to see it all in one place, and you want multiple accounts that are real accounts, not just sub accounts. Relay is really for any business that wants detailed organization, from a solopreneur like myself that just wants to know my numbers and have a real clear picture of what I'm earning and saving and spending, to a larger team that needs multiple accounts and accounts payable and team access. I would say that Relay is not for anyone that has a really simple side hustle or has basic needs for their business banking or who deals in a lot of cash. So those are the people that Relay is for and not for. So let's move on to the next option, and that is Novo. Novo is a great option for business banking for freelancers, small businesses, and solopreneurs. It also has no fees, so there's no hidden charges, there's no maintenance fees, nothing like that. Novo is very quick to set up and very easy to use. It's super intuitive, and just like Relay, Novo allows you to set aside funds for specific purposes. So you can set aside money for payroll, expenses, profits, bonuses, things like that into their own individual reserves. That's what Novo calls their sub accounts. So they're not individual accounts on their own, but they are a sub account of your main checking account at Novo. Novo is a great option for some e-commerce sellers because they do have great integrations with Shopify, Etsy, and QuickBooks. So if you are an e-commerce seller, they do have a lot of integrations that work really well for that. A couple other features that Novo has that are great are the invoicing that is built into the platform. So if you're creating invoices really often, that is going to be a great option for you because it's built into the Novo platform and it's completely free. It comes with your account. Also on the online side, if you use Stripe to collect payments from customers, you are able to get your money faster with Novo Boost. That's another great option that they have. And Novo also offers funding. So if your business needs a cash injection, Novo does also offer funding for small businesses that use Novo. So if you need a cash injection at any time in your business, you can apply for up to $75,000. It does require a 680 credit score and 6 months of history with Novo. So you will need to meet those requirements before you get funding, but the fact that they have it is a great option if you're going to need it. A couple downsides with Novo is that they do not have savings or interest-bearing accounts, so you will not be able to earn any money on the account that you keep in Novo. So that is a downside. They also have limited options for cash deposits, similar to Relay. So if you are a cash-heavy business, Novo's not for you. I would say that Novo is really an ideal option for freelancers, people with a side hustle, or small businesses that don't need something overly complex because it's so easy to use and has those tools built in for invoicing. So if you have a really simple business, it's a great option. If you have something that's cash heavy, really complex, or super large, it's probably not the best choice for you. I personally did use Novo for several years before I switched over to Relay, so that's why it's my second pick on this list. I still like Novo for a lot of the features and probably will use it if I do start another side hustle that's in my brain for the future. All right, now it's time for our next pick, which is Bluevine. Bluevine is a high-yield digital banking platform that is perfect for small businesses who want to earn a little bit of interest on the money that they have in their banking accounts. So the great thing about Bluevine is that you are able to earn interest on both your checking account and your savings account. So if you have a lot of money coming in every single month, this might be a great option for you. Currently, the high APY at Bluevine on the checking account is up to 2% on up to balances of $250,000. So this does have a couple of requirements to get that high APY, and that is spending at least $500 per month from your Bluevine account or depositing $2,500 into the account per month. So that's pretty easy for most small businesses if you want to earn a little bit of interest on your checking account, which I haven't found many places that offer that, and it's a lot higher than anything that the big banks are offering. Bluevine also has no fees, so there's no fees on your account, there's no monthly fees, there's no overdraft fees, and there's no minimum balance requirements. So it's really easy to use Bluevine from getting started to a growing account. They do have scalable plans, so there's options for you to earn up to 4.25% currently on accounts that you have with Bluevine. So as you grow, there are minimum requirements for that. So you will have to meet those to get that high APY. But if you have a lot of money coming into your small business, then this could be a really great option to earn money while it just sits in your account waiting to be deployed for the next thing. Bluevine also has sub accounts like Novo. So they're not their own individual accounts, but you do have sub accounts that you can use to separate out your funds for the things that you need to pay for. Bluevine does have plans for their account. So if you want to earn more on interest, they do have options to pay either a monthly fee, or if you hit the minimum requirements, it is completely free. So if you are depositing a large amount of money, you could get their top plan where you're earning the most amount on your money that's sitting in your account, but that does have some requirements. So their top plan, currently the premier plan, is giving 4% on all balances up to $3 million. And then they also give you 50% off on most standard fees. You get 20 free printed and mailed checks per month and a few more options that are really nice. So to get this option, the premier plan for your account, to get the highest amount of interest possible, you have to keep an amount of $100,000 in your Bluevine accounts and spend $5,000 from Bluevine checking. So those are the two requirements for the highest plan. For the lowest plan, of course, it's a lot smaller, but you do earn less interest. But that means that the plans are very scalable. So if you have a small business that is going to grow and is very cash heavy, has a lot of money coming in without a lot of expenses, this could be a great option for you. Another huge benefit of Bluevine is that they do allow cash deposits. So not every option on this list allows for cash deposits. So that's what makes Bluevine stand out and why they're on this list, in addition to the high APY on their accounts. But they have partnered with the Green Dot Network, so you can deposit cash in all of those locations. You can deposit up to $2,000 daily. So if you are bringing in cash and you want to use an online banking platform, but you're a little bit worried about how to deposit cash, Bluevine might be the right choice for you. So ideally, I think Bluevine is a great choice for small businesses that are planning to grow, but kind of starting out smaller and need that cash deposit option. There is also the option for funding at Bluevine. So if you are planning to grow and you do need funding, it's a great choice. But it's also a great choice if you are ineligible for the next pick. And the next pick is American Express Business Checking Account. I love the American Express Business Checking option because it's an online only option from a traditional finance staple. If you already use an Amex credit card, then you know that Amex often offers a superior experience to their competitors. This is true for the business checking online option as well. So some of the features of this account are that there's no fees and no minimums, which is very similar to the accounts on this list already, but very different from traditional banks that often are charging $15 per month just to have a business checking account. They also are currently offering over 1% interest on accounts, which is again similar to some of the accounts on this list, but very different to traditional banks, which American Express would be considered on that list normally. They also give you American Express membership bonus points when you open an account, and these bonuses can range anywhere from $150 to $300 when you redeem them, so it's really a great option and one of the few options here that gives you a bonus. And one of the biggest benefits that I see to having an American Express business checking account is that they are offering a reward system on debit card spending. So they are currently offering 1 point for every $2 spent, and this is really rare for debit cards and one of the biggest bonuses. So if you are a business that spends a lot and you're not getting a credit card, you want to use a debit card for your business, this is one of the few options to get rewards on that system. Then for withdrawals of cash, you can also use ATMs for free. You can use MoneyPass ATMs for withdrawals. They do not have a cash deposit option, so that is just something you need to be aware of. That is pretty rare with online only banks, including American Express Business Checking. So American Express Business Checking is a great option for small businesses that are already familiar with American Express. Maybe you have a card already. Maybe you want to get rewards on your debit card spending. It's a great option if you also want to earn money on the money that's in your account. So there's a lot of great features here and one of the reasons why it's on this list, but it's also not something everyone can always get approved for. So if you can't get approved for this account, you can always start with one of the first three and then move on later once your business is more established to opening this account. So far on this list, everything we've talked about is an online only option. There are not physical branches. And the first three options on the list are not banks at all. They are actually fintech, and that is a company that has partnered with a traditional bank to give you banking services, and they offer the extra features. So all of the cool features that make them part of this list are from the fintech company, and the actual banking services are from whatever bank they partner with. That's how they are able to offer FDIC insurance and all of the banking services. But what if you want something that's a little bit different? You want something that's in person. You want to be able to walk into a bank. You want to be able to actually talk to someone in person, face to face. If that's what you need, or you have a lot of cash, you're a cash heavy business, and this online stuff is not for you. If that's the case, then you need a local credit union. For small businesses that handle a lot of cash, a credit union is probably the best choice. I can't offer a specific one in this video because most of them are very regional or even city specific. So you have to look at what's available around you, type in small business local credit union and see what Google gives you. But most of these are going to offer no fee options or very low cost options. So this will vary between institution, but most of these are going to offer very great accounts that have no fees and no minimum balances, similar to what's on this list. They will also offer better rates for your accounts and for your money than what big banks offer. That's one of the great features of credit unions. Because they're smaller, they can do that. And then they also are going to allow you to deposit cash, to withdraw cash in person, and offer great customer service in person. So if you really do need to deposit cash, which personally isn't something that I've done in years, but if you need that for your business, a local credit union is a great option because you'll be able to go in person and deposit that cash or withdraw that cash, talk to someone in person, and have everything you need in a physical location. This is also a great option as a backup if you're using one of the online only options. I personally do have an account with a local credit union, so I have that option if I ever need to go to it and deposit money in person. So it is a great option as a backup. There's nothing saying you can only have one account. And personally, I always have at least 2 accounts, which is why I have a list of 5 different banks that I've tried out. Not every credit union is going to offer great business checking accounts, so check with the ones that are near you and see which ones offer the best options for business checking for small businesses. Most of them will offer something for small businesses because that business is what they want, and it's a great option if you are local and want a physical location and you have to deal with a lot of cash. So those are the top 5 business banking options that I've come across. Having at least 2 banking accounts is recommended to avoid disruptions, and each one of these has different perks and features that that are perfect for different types of businesses. Whether you need multiple accounts or simplicity or high interest rates or in-person support, there's something on this list for every type of small business. I will leave links in the description box for each of the options that I've listed. And if you use those links, you will get exclusive perks and bonuses just for opening an account. This is a great option to get started, and I hope it's helpful for you when you open your new account. If you found this video helpful, definitely subscribe to Create with Pennies, where we talk about building profitable businesses, and watch this video next.